Good morning. My name is Jacob Livingston, and I'm responding to Dr. Jeff Williams' YouTube video. First, I want to thank you for sharing your expertise with us in your area of study, and I want to talk about a little bit what you said with the battery longevity for the cardiac resynchronization implementable cardioverter defibrillators. I think it's good that people are starting to look at efficiency when it comes to medical devices, and I think this study was a great example of showing where inefficiencies can lead to harmful things, especially in the medical field. So this was a very interesting study, and today I'll be talking about a few other topics involving regulation when it comes to medical devices. So first off, discuss how medical devices in industry are regulated. So the FDA, their Center for Device and Radiological Health, is responsible for regulating the firms who manufacture, package, relabel, and import medical devices in the United States. In addition to that, they regulate radiation-emitting electronic products such as lasers, X-ray systems, ultrasound equipment, microwave ovens, and color televisions. So their spectrum ranges beyond medical devices, but I think their focus is medical devices. So there's 3 different classes that they classify into, and they're just simply class 1, 2, and 3. And class 1 is most regulated, class 3 less regulated, least regulated. And the basic regulatory requirements that manufacturers of medical devices distributed in the U.S. must comply with are establishment, registration, medical device listing, pre-market notification, pre-market approval, investigational device exemption for clinical studies, quality systems regulation, labeling requirements, and medical device reporting. Next, I need to talk about how medical devices are assessed for quality. And so the FDA, again, is the one that is assessing these products. And the manufacturers must establish and follow quality systems to help ensure that their products consistently meet applicable requirements and specifications. So the quality system for FDA's regulatory products, foods, drugs, biological, and devices are known as Good Manufacturing Practices, or CGMPs. CGMP requirements for devices were first authorized by the Food and Drug Administration in 1978. Next, I'll talk about failed medical devices and the responses to those devices. So this is other examples that go along with the battery longevity. These examples are metal and metal hip implants. So when they were first introduced, all metal hip implants were thought to be more durable and better suited for younger, more active patients. These devices then came under scrutiny because the British Medical Journal published an article in 2012 criticizing the regulatory system behind metal-on-metal hip implants. And the problem with these metal-on-metal hip implants is they used the stem from the hip and the cup that were both metal, and when they rubbed against each other, it caused pain, inflammation, swelling, and metal poisoning, and a host of other complications, but that could even result in the need for further surgeries. So these metal-on-metal hip implants were dangerous. And so what happened was, in New Zealand, for instance, half of the 5,000 metal-on-metal hip implants in patients were subject to safety notices, health warnings, or recalls, as one investigation indicates. So there was a lot of notice that went out about these. Next is the BrainLab Image Guided Surgery System. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration gave a Class 1 designation to BrainLab's recall of its image-guided surgery system. And if you recall, Class 1 is the most serious type of recall, indicated that the recall device may present risk of serious injury or death. So what happened with this system is it showed surgeons where the instruments were relative to the patient's anatomy during minimally invasive surgeries. The 2016 recall was issued because the display may be inaccurate, potentially leading to serious or life-threatening consequences, including death. According to the notification, the cranial IGS system were distributed in the United States from May 1996 to May 2015, and 1,021 units are affected nationwide. So that recall was an example of something that the FDA caught and recognized as life-threatening, and then they recalled it using a Class 1 recall. So thank you very much again for your video, and I look forward to meeting you someday. Thank you.